Hey, my name's Jesse Brooks. I'm working with 20th Century Fox on Markus Zusak's The Book Thief. And what we've got here is the Words Are Life campaign. We're taking chalkboards all across the country at advanced screenings, book signings, events like this to challenge people to describe The Book Thief in 1 word, 2 words. The best way to make it concise, because if you've seen the story, then you know that words are so important to Lisa. So this is what we're doing here. We're getting people to describe it in 1 word. Some of them are using hashtags, and that's what we've got.
I thought the movie was great. I think overall the director did a great job just portraying what the book was trying to say.
When I first read The Book Thief, I fell in love with it. I was crying. It was so heart-wrenching and just a good novel. And I thought the movie completely did it justice.
Hi, I'm Grace. I went to go see the movie last night and I thought it was really great compared to the book. There are obviously some differences, but I think the heart of the book was really there. And it was definitely a great experience and you should see it more than once if you can.
How does it feel being a best-selling author whose book is being made into a movie, or has been made into a movie?
Yeah, I don't know if it's daunting or relaxing or exciting. It's just one of those things. I don't even think about it that much, to tell you the truth. What the actual sensation is. Maybe in 5 years I'll have worked out what it all means, and I tend to pick things up slowly. So for me, it's just it's a really exciting time on the whole, and but I'm also mindful of the fact of what I've got to do next. And this is all fun, but you know, I've really got to focus on writing my next book now and leave this book behind. There's a point where you got to say, I'm not the author of this book anymore. I want to be the author of the next book.
So do you have any projects that you're currently working on?
Yeah, I'm working on a book called Bridge of Clay about a boy who's building a bridge, and he's really moulding his life into that bridge as well. It's a bit more ambitious than The Book Thief, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm struggling, trust me.
Do you think that book you might want to get made into a movie as well?
I don't know. I don't even think about those things. It's hard enough trying to get the book written, and even like in the case of The Book Thief, I didn't write the screenplay. I didn't have much to do with the movie at all, and I think it would have broken my heart because it killed me to finish writing that book. It was such a hard thing to put together that then to chop it into little pieces, then to make a film out of it, probably would have really hurt in the writing. So I'm happy to just move on to the next book.
So how did it all ultimately come together when you were writing the book?
Well, fear is a great motivator, and I needed to have it finished by a certain date. I was already 1.5 years late, and the time had come. And it's like the time has come now for me to finish the new book, and there's just a point where it just has to be done. It's like the night before the assignment is due. That's when you really get that feeling in your stomach, but when you're writing a book, you feel that in your stomach, you know, a good year out from the due date, and that makes you really get back on task.
So what advice would you have for you know, young authors trying to break out in the industry and trying to become a best-selling author?
I think you obviously need a bit of luck, but you're not going to have any luck if you don't prioritise well, and you've got to make writing your #1 thing. I love my friends, but I didn't care about having friends. I love my family and everything like that, but I made writing my #1 thing, and often people just kind of want it. You've really got to want it, and that's your best and only chance, really. And you just shouldn't be afraid to fail either. If someone said, I want to be a boxer, any advice? I'd say, well, you're going to get punched. If you want to be a writer, you've got to be prepared to fail, because publishers are going to knock you back. You're going to have bad days of writing where you think, why am I even doing this? But you've always got to be willing to come back and sit at the desk the next day, and that's what makes you a writer.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
No worries.
And I have one thing for you really quickly. I want you, what we're doing is getting people to write in 1 word what they thought of the movie and book. And I want you to write in 1 word what you thought of the movie after seeing it.
Oh, sure. Okay.
There you go. And then just turn it around and show the camera when you're done.
Okay.
If you're gonna write bad, we're gonna...
Shit. Or if I spell it wrong. There we go. How's that?
Here,
Did you get it?
let me. Nice.
Although my joke is in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels at the very end, after all the mayhem and violence and everything, the guy says, "Gentlemen, it's been emotional."
Yeah.